They Shall Not Pass doesn't only come with new primary weapons like the Ribbe Roll and the Shoshar, but it also comes with some brand new melee weapons as well. And that's not to mention the slew of new weapon skins that can be applied to those new primary weapons. This is a proper update. Let's start off with those melee weapons then. First up, we have the Billhook, which is described as an agricultural tool that's made its way to the front lines. And it has the ability to break barbed wire and wooden fence panels. It attacks slowly, but it deals heavy damage, and that puts it into the heavy category of melee weapons. Next up is the Nail Knife, which was created by soldiers simply bending and pointing salvaged metal. This melee weapon doesn't deal much damage, but it has a big takedown zone and a high attack speed, and that makes it very similar to the other knives in the game. It can't break barbed wire or wood though, so perhaps this is a knife that you'll want to equip if you're going in for some close quarter battles. Third on the list is the Kukri. Similar to the Billhook in its statistics, it's got a heavy attack, but its speed isn't very high. Unlike the Billhook, however, it cannot break wooden fences, but you'll still be able to cut some barbed wire with it. Next is the Saber. Not to be confused with the Cavalry class's Saber, that's totally separate, and you can equip this one in your standard melee loadout. Now the Saber is kind of unique because although it has the same damage potential as some of the heavier melee options like the Kukri and the Billhook, it can actually attack a little bit faster, but not as fast as a standard knife. Now of course these stats were taken from a pre-release version of the game, but you might find that the Saber is sort of this hybrid between a knife and a heavy attack weapon. Fifth on the list, the Cogwheel Club, and this is the one that I think looks the most awesome out of the lot, but it actually represents the only club variant of Melee to be coming with the They Shall Not Pass DLC. It does medium damage, it attacks at a medium speed, and it gives you a wider area to perform a takedown, but it doesn't offer you any special features such as breaking wood or barbed wire. It's good just for standard infantry play, this one. Last melee weapon, the Trench Fleur. This is almost exactly the same as the Nail Knife in terms of its stats. It is identical, but it looks a little bit more polished and functional. The in-game description even says this is simply a more elaborate version of the Nail Knife. Moving on now to the weapon skins for this DLC, and DICE went all out here and created a brand new set that can only be applied to the They Shall Not Pass weapons. Now there are 7 different skins for each weapon, plus the default skin, so there's technically 8 looks for each weapon that you have, and that's broken down into the default one, 4 specials, 2 distinguished, and 1 legendary, so pretty much exactly the same setup as the base game. And from what I can tell, the 4 specials are all named and finished identically on each of the weapons because they aren't the best skins that you can get. For the distinguished, they're all named differently, but they do have similar colour schemes. And finally, for the legendary skin for each weapon, it is just simply that skin applied to 5 different weapons. So they all do look very similar if you get the top level skin. In my opinion, would have been great to have a little bit more variation in some of these, because that's exactly the same system that was used in the base game, where if you get to the top level tier of certain weapons, some of them use exactly the same skin, just applied to the different body. Would have been nice to see something a little bit different here, but they are unique to the They Shall Not Pass DLC. I'll let the footage of the skins play out now. I've named all of them down in the bottom corner so you know what they are, and I'll be back tomorrow with more footage from the They Shall Not Pass DLC. It is of course launch day tomorrow for premium players. I'm thinking about doing a live stream if I can get my PC working correctly, but I'll be doing that on YouTube Gaming because I don't have my Twitch account set up properly yet. But keep your eyes on your sub boxes for that, and definitely some more content in general. But until next time, my name is Westie, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.